Hello students, my name is Dr. Tina Sachdeva. Today we will study the unit 2 of sales and distribution management. The first topic is developing sales training program. Each sales organization has the option over the variety of methods and the tools of training the sales force depending on the individual needs and the resource constraints of the organization. Basically, it is very important to train the employees of the organization, basically the sales force of the organization, because training is the act of increasing knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. So training of the sales force plays a very important role in the organization. Sales training is the effort an employer puts forth to provide salespeople job related culture, skills, knowledge, and attitudes that show result in job related improvement. It improves your performance in the selling environment. The next is functions of sales training program. First is aim of training, and aim of training, it includes the identifying initial training. That means it includes all the factors related to job specification, individual trainees background, experience, sales related marketing policy. The next is job specification. Job specification means the qualification needed to perform the jobs are detailed in the job specification. The set of job specification needs scrutinizing for clues to the point on which new personnel are most likely to need training. The next is trainees background and experience. Each individual enters in the initial sales training program with a unique educational background. Every trainee is different from other, and they all come from a different educational background. So it is very important to identify that who needs what kind of training program, so that the company can organize the training in that way. The next is sales related marketing policies. To determine the initial sales related marketing policies must be analyzed, because there are differences in the products and markets. That means differences in selling practices and policies. So it is very important to point out the needed differences in the training program. The next is identifying continuing training needs. As I already told you that training is a continuous process. So sometimes it happens that there are basic changes in the product and the market give rise to need for training. So company changes its sales related marketing policies, procedures, and organizations. So it is very important for the sales force training to understand the new sales policies, the new procedures, the new selling skills. So continuous training is very important. Then next is contents of sales force training. It includes training about the product. The schedule will cover the knowledge about the product, its manufacturing process in brief. uh, if possible, a visit to the shop floor to understand how the product has converted from the raw material to finished goods. So training about the product is very important for the sales force. Then training on the after sales service, because after sales service is very important. So salesman should know that what kind of services he or she should provide to the customer after selling the product. Then training on the company, in which the company vision, mission, and it includes the hierarchy of the company. These all should know by the sales force. Then training on sales policy. All the sales policy of the organization should be known about by the sales force. Then training in reporting system. There are different reporting system in every organization. So the sales force should know the reporting system of the organization. Training in business ethics, cultures, values are different from every organization has different values, cultures, ethics. So it is the prime responsibility of selling person or salesman to know about the business ethics of that particular firm. Then training in selling skills, training in selling skills is very important, because every business is depend on the selling skills. Sometimes with the talent, with the aptitude, the customer, salesperson is able to sell the product. The next is methods of uh, training the sales. There is group training method and individual training method. Group training method basically includes where training gives to the salesman in a group. So the most commonly used group training methods are lectures, audiovisual method, discussion, conference method, role playing. So they get together in a group, and there is a schedule. Training is scheduled for them, and they together get the training by various modes, like lectures are there, expert lectures are there, then audio visual in the form of slides, films, posters, they get the training. Then discussion method is there. In discussion method, one case or one problem is given to them, then they need to solve that particular problem. Then conference method is there. Sales conference and sales meeting are get together of concerned staff, either weekly, fortnightly or monthly. They used to follow this. The next is role playing method. Role playing method is a newly developed method in which a situation is given to the salesmen, and assigned roles are there of salesman, customer. So they need to play those roles, and in that form they generally used to practice and improve their selling skills. The next is individual training method. In individual training method, basically individuals go in a company and learn about the various practical exposure about the company. It includes the individual sales methods or micro level training method designed from the angle of salesman. These represent individualistic and highly personalized approach, improving direct interaction between the trainer and the trainee. So it includes on the job training, training through correspondence, and internship training. Then next is execution of training. After identifying the aim of the training, then various methods of training, it is very important to execute the training. And it includes the seating arrangement of the trainers and time of training. Then what all audio visual equipments are required for the training, what all the materials like pen, copies, diaries, what all things are required for the training. It comes under the execution part of training. Then next is evaluation and reinforcement of sales force training program. Then evaluation and feedback system is very important, because it is important to understand then how effective was training. Then it includes reaction, learning, behavior, and results. Reactions means these are the outcomes, like whether the sales training achieved the objective, and whether the training was worthwhile or not. So the trainer get to know about this thing from the reaction of the sales training. Supervisors or the training staff can be measured by interviewing them or asking the few questions about the training. Then learning means how much knowledge, skills, or attitude were learned or absorbed by the sales training. Behavior means after the training, it is being observed that the trainee is behaving in the same way what he learned in the training program. So this is a certain kind of observation. Then results are there. These are the indicators of whether the training is transferring to improved result. Such measures as increased sales, profitability, better customer retention. So these all are the results. So it is very important to evaluate the training program, so that the company get to know that in the future they should schedule these types of trainings or not. The next is types of sales training, sales force training. Skill training is there. Like this type of training is the most common in organization. The process here is fairly simple. The need for training is the basic skills is identified through assessments. So basic skills is identified that what kind of training is required. Then refresher training is there. Because of the rapid changes in the technology, it is very important to give refresher training time to time to the employees, to the sales force. They should know all the updates in the environment, internal external environment. So refresher training is very important. Then cross functional training is there. Cross functional training involves training employees to perform operation in other areas other than their assigned job, because sometimes it happens that they need to work with other departments as well. So cross functional training is very important. In team training generally covers two area: content task and group processes, because it is very important for the sales force to work in a team. Then only they'll understand the different views, different perceptions, and it would be very easy for them to coordinate or to handle the queries of the customer. The next is creativity training. It includes new generate new ideas. Everybody gets a chance to give their new ideas, so that the new idea or new things can come for the selling purpose. Then next is diversity training. It considers all the diverse dimensions in the workplace, like race, gender, age, disability, lifestyles, culture, education, ideas, and background. The next is literacy training. Inability to write, speak, and work well with other could often come in the way of discharging duties, especially at the lower level. So workers in such situation may fail to understand safety messages, appreciate the importance of sticking to rules, and commit avoidable mistakes. Then next topic is designing compensation plan. The compensation plan refers to the monetary as well as non-monetary expenses incurred by the sales organization for paying the services paid by the rendered sales force. So basically compensation includes direct cash payments and indirect payments in the form of employee benefit and incentive to motivate them to strive for higher level of productivity. Then types of compensation plans. Basically it is broadly divided into two types. First is monetary compensation and second is non-monetary compensation. Monetary compensation is in the form of cash or monetary terms, and non-monetary is in the form of rewards, promotion, and all. So monetary compensation includes straight salary method. Straight salary method, basically it is the earliest of all the remuneration plans. Like fixed amount of salary is payable to the salesman regardless of his sales volume. So there is a fixed salary which he gets every month. So there is a fixed time scales with annual increment also, but this includes the basic fixed salary. Then next is straight commission method. This method is based on the result, like on the productivity. So the productivity, that is the volume of the sales made by the salesman, is the basic for remuneration method. So the commission is calculated usually as a percentage on the order secured, the total value of sales. So basically this method is based on the commission. Then next is combination of salary and commission. It includes both salary, fixed salary, and commission as well on the basis of the sales volume. Then next is drawing account and commission plan. In this method, what organization do? Organization opens a drawing account in the name of the salesperson and credits the commission due to him every month. So the salespersons can draw from his account within the permissible limit, whatever limit is there. So the salesperson can withdraw their money. The next is non-monetary compensation. Non-monetary compensation basically includes promotion, recognition programs, fringe benefits, traveling expenses, perks, and sales contest. Then the next is designing and administrating compensation plan. Uh, so first is define the sales job. It is very important to define the sales job. Then consider company's general compensation structure. Then consider compensation pattern in community industry. Then determine compensation level. Then provides from for the various compensation elements. Then special company needs and problems. Then consult the present sales force. Then reduce tentative plan in writing, then revise the plan, then implement the plan and provide the follow up. So this is the process of designing and administrating compensation plan. Then the next topic is motivating sales personnel. So motivation, as you all know, motivation is very important in the organization, because sales motivation can help the salesperson to improve their skills so that they perform better for the organization. These skills may be various, such as their soft skills, computer skills, their product knowledge, their grooming, or what not. So communication is very important. Strategies to motivate your sales team. There are various strategies to motivate the sales team. It builds the trust between the people on your team. It asks your direct report how they like to be managed. It understands your direct reports, personal and professional goals. Make sure that they are covering the basics of the organization, like values, cultures, and all. Set daily, weekly, and monthly goals. It is important for the salesperson. Then figure out whether the issue lies, and then give great rewards to those who perform better. Then motivating salesperson. Behavioral research studies show that all human activity, including the salesperson's job behavior, is directed towards satisfying certain needs. So you must have studied them. There are various theories of motivation, like Maslow hierarchy of theory of need, then Herzberg two-factor theory, achievement motivation theory, then expectancy model is there. Now next is process of motivation. Motive, behavior, then goal, and then tension reduction. So first of all, it is very necessary to understand the motive behind the motivation. Why a person need motivation? What is the motive behind the motivation? Then next is behavior. All the activities that an individual perform when it is you can say when he is motivated toward achieving personal and organization goals, collectively constitute his behavior. So the motive of an individual exhibits its goals. The next is goal. Goal of an individual is inspired by n number of factors, like custom and morals, experiences, then personal learning, and his social and physical surrounding. The next is tension reduction. In an organization, employees tend to grow motivation arcs due to the cultural environment of the organization and the obligation to achieve these goals. So these arcs always affect the perception of the employees about their job as well as their personal and professional life. Then there are various methods. Salesforce motivation methods. Sales contests are there. Then incentives they used to provide to motivate their sales force. Then bonus, sales meetings, recognition and honor, personal meet, promotion, personal communication, freedom, timely information, compensation. These all are the motivational methods which they provide to the sales people. Then importance of sales force motivation. First is nature of the job. Nature of the job should be like they should enjoy their nature of job. Then human nature is there, then personal problems are there, then loners are there. Loners means by profession he is working in the assigned territory, he may feel lonely and monotonous, so he must keep in with the feeling of group identity. So socialism is very important here. The next is sales evaluation program. After the sales process is complete, sales evaluation is very important. The success or failure of an organization depends on how effectively the sales activities are monitored and performance is managed. Therefore, performance appraisals should be among the highest priority of contemporary sales executives and managers. So there are various methods of evaluating the sales performance. First is essay, then rating skills, then forced choice method, then ranking method is there. Now next is developing and managing the sales evaluation program. So there is a process of developing and managing sales evaluation program. First is setting standard of performance. It is very important to set the standard of performance, that what you want to measure. Then recording actual performance, then comparing the actual performance with the standard, and then if required take some corrective action. So this is all about the sales evaluation program. So here we ends with our second unit. So take care, stay healthy, stay safe.